brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, and play cousins. What's good, family? It's your boy, Mr. Michael. All right, so yesterday, we got a new one. I think this is the final drop before the album comes out of Inpatient, Ren and Chris Webby, their song Bad Company. Like I said, I know this dropped yesterday. As y'all can see, I'm working on trying to get my office space together, so it's coming along. Pretty soon we will be able to start rolling on a consistent basis again. Rolling. I have all my little outside projects that I'm working on right now done, so I'm doing this all myself. So I hope y'all like the work when it's finished. But I'm looking forward to this. I know the album is coming. What I'm planning on doing when the album is coming is I plan on going live. When the album drops, when I actually do my reaction to hopefully I can get it right when it drops. But if not, whenever I do react to the album, I'm going to do it live with y'all. Because I'm not going to be doing, when we do the album reaction, I'm not going to do a whole lot of breakdowns. I'm planning on just sitting back and vibing with y'all, just chilling, enjoying the album, giving my take song by song, what I'm saying, or how I felt about each one of the songs. Now, obviously, we're already going to have a heads up on some of them because we've had these releases. But I'm not going to skip past them. I'm going to play the album in succession because we want to get the vibe and the feel of the entire album. So I'm going to do the whole thing, whether we've heard the songs or not. I'm just not going to be breaking down the bars. We're going to have a 10-hour video if we do, a 10-hour live if we do the breakdowns of each song. But I am going to give my perspective on the songs and, whether or not I thought they was bangers or not. I'm pretty sure all of them going to be bangers. But anyway, with that being said, today we're going to check out Inpatient, Bad Company. I'm looking forward to it. I'm always looking forward to it whenever Ren drops, and this project with Chris Webby has been phenomenal to me. And I got a couple takes on a couple of things from this project and this interaction. But I'm hoping, I know I said on the last video that for some reason, because they've actually given this collaboration a name, it's not just Ren and Chris Webby, but they've actually given themselves a name in Inpatient. I got a feeling this ain't the last project, and then with the camaraderie and the bond and the brotherhood that they've built throughout working on this project, I got a feeling that we've got more to come. And a lot of it is going to be based on the success of this album. I mean, if this album is calling for more, if the fans are saying more, we want more, they're going to give you more. Ren loves his fans, so he's going to give you what you want. It may not be in the timeline that you want it, but he's definitely going to keep you in mind and give you what you want. So today, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm looking forward to it. Let me get my antennas out. Hey, y'all, do my quick housekeeping. Make sure that you like this video. If you're not already subscribed to Old Heads Media, please consider subscribing. Join the family. We were on a road to 10,000, and we would love to have you be part of that. And we would love to have you be part as we go far beyond 10,000, because we ain't going nowhere. All right. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you can stay up on everything that we do over there. If you want to support, if you want to join us on, I'm highly encouraging y'all to join us over on the Patreon. We're still building that platform up, but we're doing things over there that we're not doing over here. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot more personal interaction, one-on-one time, videos that we can't share here because of the content IDs, things like that. So we're definitely going to be doing things over there that aren't over here. So there's value in both places. So I encourage y'all to join us over there as well. And if you do want to support, all the links to everything that you want is in the description. All right. So make sure that you go ahead and go in there and check out that description and follow however you choose to follow. All right, so today, Inpatient, Bad Company. Let's get it.
I got that ice cold blood pumping under my skin. But I've been out here causing trouble again. The CEO of the bad company, shutter your windows, lock the damn door, so we coming right in. Lost my mind on this molecular level. My head's in the gutter. My friends say I should get it together. Got some substances I love as much as my family members, and you can always count on family to get through the weather. When rains come and them lightning bolts like that sky, I'm a mess. Got no cleaner as the time passes. remind them why they say I'm bad company. Yeah, I'm a threat to myself. Talking to myself up in the mirror. Could I make it any clearer? At this point they know I'm way past help. I never cared about the doctor's orders. I just play with the hand that I got dealt. So they say I'm bad company. Yeah, I'm a threat to myself. I carry.
Hold on. Hold on. All right, I gotta go back to the beginning. Hey, I'm enjoying the visual. I'm enjoying the visual of this. They giving us kind of a damn. It's like a mixture of like Rent slash what is the name of that what is the name of that musical? Damn, I can't think of it. I know like they had like Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. What's the big one? Shit. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta bear with me. I gotta look this up. Cause there's one that I used to love. I used to love it. What's the name of it? West Side Story. That's what I was gonna say. They giving you like a mixture of like Rent, you know, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, you know, West Side Story sort of vibe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a musical kind of with the theme of the video, along with, I like the fact that at the very beginning they incorporated a little bit of hip hop dance, you know, like B-boy style in there too, into the dance. But the theme of the video is based on like that musical, that Broadway sort of thing. That's the one that stuck in my head. When I saw it, it was like I'm watching West Side Story in a video. That was dope. Also, that was Webby. He had a couple of bars in there. I wanted to go back and catch it again. I don't know why. I wanted to stop and make sure that I pointed out the fact that I'm loving this whole musical theme. Because so far we haven't seen Ren or Webby. It's just been kind of like an interpretive dance, sort of Broadway style performances happening. And I that's dope. I like watching stuff like that. That's dope.
I got that ice cold blood pumping
See, there go that B-boy dance that they started off with.
under my skin. Don't know why, but I've been out here causing trouble again. The CEO of the bad company shuttered your windows, locked the damn door, so we coming right in. They say I lost my mind on this molecular level. My head's
I lost my mind on this molecular level, saying I'm crazy. Something wrong with me.
in the gutter. My friends say I should get it together. Got some substances I love as much as my family members, and you can always count on family to get through the weather.
I got some substances I love more than my family members, as much as my family members. You can always count on family, bruh. But you got some substances I love. That could be taken a couple of ways. He could be talking about like substances like drugs, you know, some of the stuff they've talked about. Could be talking about medicines. I've got some substances I love as much as my family member. But again, also the double in that is if we're talking about substances, we could be talking about substance, like topics. I've got some things that I love. I've got some things that I love that motivate me, you know, as much as my family members. Some substance, some topics that I love, some things that mean a lot to me that I love more as much as my family members. So that could be taken as a double too. He could be talking about medicine and he could be talking about topics. I've got some things that really get me going.
Rains come and them lightning bolts like that sky. I'm a mess. Got no cleaner as the time passed by. Built all these castles in the sand, but I can't fight that tide.
That part is a bar. built these castles made of sand, but I can't fight that tide. Number one, when he's saying I built these castles, he's saying, honestly, there's a couple of things he's saying. He's saying that castles made of sand structurally aren't that sound. So he's basically telling you that all these things that I have, the money, the houses, the cars, all that other kind of stuff, really is not, that can all be taken away tomorrow. It has no value really, because a castle made of sand is not structurally sound. It comes down easy. So he's saying, I've built these castles made of sand. I've built these castles, but they really don't mean that much. They're not that valuable. They can be taken away in the blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? So a castle made of sand is not strong, it's not sound. It has no foundation. You know what I'm saying? But he's also saying, I can't fight that tide. I built these castles made of sand, but I can't fight that tide. And fighting that tide is also a double. Because he's saying that I can't fight the trials and tribulations that come. And this castle made of sand, it's not built strong enough to withstand some of the stuff that comes along. But also fight that tide. Like, I've built a name for myself. I've built, a brand. I've built this reputation of mine, but I haven't been able to overcome the trend of what the industry is pushing to you guys nowadays. This, that, and the other. So I built these castles made of sand, but I can't fight the machine. I can't fight that tide. You know what I'm saying? And right now, the tide has got y'all listening to that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, even though I am Webby, and even though I've been around for a minute, and even though I've built a name for myself, you know what I'm saying? I can't compete with the machine. So I got to do this stuff another way. You know what I'm saying? But the one that really gets me the dopest is built this castle made of sand. So he's saying that this castle has no it's not sound. I can't depend on this. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't fight that tide. Because when the tide comes in, it'll wash away the whole castle. And they're like, bro, so I gotta find things. I gotta find things that I can depend on. This money, this fame, that means nothing. That means nothing. It has no value. That's a bar.
I'm passed by, built all these castles in the sand, but I can't fight that tide. You might ask why. So let me just remind them why they say I'm bad company. Yeah, I'm a threat to myself.
Before we get into Ren's part, because I know this first part has been Webby, but this kind of sparked something that I wanted to talk about. I've been seeing, and I know my Renegade fans, my people here. I know my people here. This is not how y'all feel, but I want to share a response to something that I've seen that I don't like. All right. And if it is coming from some of the Renegades, this is my opportunity to address this as well. All right. First of all, I'm sensing that this has like triple meanings in that. They say I'm bad company. All right. I don't know if this was written recently or if this is something that was written a minute ago. But I know that recently I've seen some comments and some reports of people that have been responding pretty negatively to Webby, and pretty negatively as well to the project or the collaboration between him and Ren. And I thought it was really ironic too, because when the collaboration first started and they gave us Down the Road and they gave us Neurodivergent and they gave us those projects, everybody was like, oh, yo, that's dope. And they even Caskets. Oh, wow, man, they really tugging at your heartstrings. But the last couple of drops have just been them having fun, smoking gun. This one sounds like this is kind of in jest too. Like it has a meaning, but it's fun. It's just good fun for them. But I've seen some comments since these last couple of drops where people have made comments saying that we can see that Webby is a bad influence on Ren and this, that, and the other, because I'm not really vibing or rocking with some of the recent stuff that they've been doing. And this doesn't sound like Ren, Ren is changing and this, that, and the other. And first of all, I want to tell y'all how annoying that comment is and how much it pisses me off that the people who claim that they love Ren and the people that claim that they love music would even let that come out of their mouth. And the reason being is because, first of all, you're making the mistake that a lot of the fair weather music lovers, a lot of the people who don't really have a stake in Ren, don't really care much about Ren. They just think they know what they're talking about, but they don't. You know what I mean? And they'll be making comments like that. And it bothers me because this is that box that I often talk to y'all about. You know what I'm saying? That, like, first of all, you're putting a lot on Webby's shoulders to even think whatsoever that with Ren's character and all the things that he's pushed himself through over all these years, Webby comes along and Webby is the one that's responsible for changing Ren. Come on, stop it. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? And second of all, again, we're talking about this box. So now we're only Ren fans when he makes the music that we want him to make. Like, so now we're not allowing him the freedom to be the artist that we say we fell in love with. We love the fact that he's not in a box. We love the fact that he doesn't conform to what people want him to be. We love the fact that he has all these different elements and all this different artistry and creativity and imagination and all that stuff. And we love the open book and the guy, the man that is Ren. But now he makes something that we don't like. And now something's wrong with Ren. So now we're taking the very box that we like that he's not in and trying to stuff him back inside of it. We only want him in where we want him to be. He's not free to explore or experiment with other things. You know what I'm saying? Or make songs that are just fun, or make songs that might have no relevance or no meaning whatsoever. It was just fun to make, and I wanted to do it, so I did it. You know what I mean? So now we're trying to take him and we're trying to stick him back into the, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute, Ren. Yeah, we love your creativity. We love your imagination, but only to a point. You go outside that point and it's, ooh, something wrong with you. Ren's changing. There's nothing about Ren that's changing. He's still being the creative artist that he's always been. He's making music that he wants to make. And he's not letting anything, not you, not me, not the industry, or nobody, not Webby, control what he makes. If Ren didn't enjoy making this song would have never seen the light of day. It's like, that is irritating me, and it's unfair to Webby to make comments like that. To make comments like, oh, Webby's changing Ren. Ren's changing. Oh, he's a bad influence. That shit, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm the last person. I read them. I saw the posts. I see stuff like that being said and spreading across the internet. And obviously, I'm not the only one that's seen it, because even so much so that a couple months ago, I saw that even Webby had posted a reaction, a response to some of those comments. So even Webby's seeing it. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous, and it's unfair. It's unfair. And listen, I'll see the stuff. I don't engage it because I don't get in that social media back and forth, these battle of words and this, that, and other. But I promise you, I'm the last person that you want to have that conversation with. So don't bring it to me. That's all I'm saying. Don't bring it to me. I'm the last person you want to have that conversation with. Listen, I'm a Ren guy. And I love the fact that he has the freedom and he has the character to make what's in his heart, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, hey, there's a stop button. There's a stop button on your YouTube channel or on whatever device you're listening to it on. And if you don't want to hear it, change it. But don't knock a man for his creativity. I'm sorry, because I'm getting angrier as I'm thinking about this whole, Ren's changing and Webby's a bad influence. But I said all that to say, in listening to this song, and even in the title Bad Company, and listening to Webby now, they say I'm bad company. The double in that is him saying that, I cause a lot of problems for myself. You know what I'm saying? They say I'm bad company. I'm a threat to myself, which means some of the things that I do, some of the things that I say, some of the ways that I behave, this, that, and the other, I'm causing negative things in my own life. But also, I'm wondering if it's also a play on all the comments that have been made about him being a bad influence on Ren and some of the other people that he's collabed with in his past. They say I'm bad company. people shouldn't associate with me. You know, I'm wondering if there's a subliminal in there. This is kind of like a response to those comments. But yeah, okay. I got a woosah. Calm myself down because I just got mad because when I seen that the other day, like I said, part of me wanted to do the internet warfare on that comment, and then I seen that Webby addressed it, and I was like, nah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool because no artist should ever have to waste their time addressing bullshit like that. And I'm glad that Ren hasn't addressed it yet. Because y'all don't, I got a feeling Ren got a dark side too now. if you make him come at you, I got a feeling he can get you. Don't make him bite you.
Talking to myself up in the mirror. Could I make it any clearer? At this point they know I'm way past hell. I never cared about the doctor's orders.
I never cared about the doctor's orders. That's kind of hard. Cause I don't know if I know that he's talking about like that's a plain bar, but when he says that, you know, sometimes my mind goes left and it makes me think about Dr. Dre. Because, you know, there's 3 artists all that have done. Eminem has done a song dedicated to Dre, Doctor's Orders. That was on, I believe that was on the Compton album. I can't remember which album, but I think that was on the Compton album. They had a song called Doctor's Orders with Eminem, and I think Anderson .Paak was on there. Anyway, and also Busta Rhymes has done a song about Dr. Dre, you know, about kind of that similar vein. And The Game has done a song talking about how much he loves and respects Dr. Dre. So they've all done that. So that song Doctor's Order could be like a shout out, you know what I'm saying, to Dr. Dre, but also him saying, I never cared about, you know, the doctor's orders. It's just a plain line. But I like that. That caught my attention.
I just play with the hand that I got dealt. So they say I'm bad company. Yeah, I'm a threat to myself. I carry my weight down this open road.
Right, I like that scene right there.
Limbo. And every step I take, my muscles shake, but I stumble on back home. This life's been cold.
Yo, hold on. I know I'm supposed to let that play to the end of his part, but that note was sick. Leave it up to Ren to take a song like this and still hit a riff in there. That song, that note was fire.
I carry my weight down this open road, rattling bold. And every step I take, my muscles shake, but I stumble on back home.
Yeah.
This life's been cold.
That is hard.
I've known. Now tell me just what the fuck is beginner's luck? 'Cause I'm a veteran of being alone. They say.
He said, tell me what the fuck is beginner's luck, 'cause I'm a veteran of being alone. Bro, bars.
Now tell me just what the fuck is beginner's luck? 'Cause I'm a veteran of being alone. They say I'm bad company, but I don't act like I'm supposed to.
You know what I just thought of too? Damn, I don't know why I didn't catch that in the very beginning. I'm listening to the guitars and I'm listening kind of to the drum because these are all live instruments. This doesn't sound programmed at all. I'm listening to, you know, and Ren is good for that anyway, playing live instruments and feeding them into the system. But as I'm listening to the guitar riffs and stuff that are going on into the background, the kind of groove that we had, the doom, 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 doom. When I'm listening to that, you know, it gives you kind of, like I said, musical vibes. I'm really getting a lot of West Side Story in a lot of the stuff that they're doing right here. But also, I'm wondering if this Bad Company, because I said that it could be a play on their, you know, Bad Company to myself, like Webby said, Bad Company to other people, you know what I'm saying, because of the comments. But also, I'm remembering now, listening to the guitars and stuff like that, there's a rock group called Bad Company. And I think they were a UK band. They're old. I remember like 1974, 75, something like that. But there was a rock group named Bad Company. And I'm wondering, and they had a song called Bad Company. That was one of their biggest songs. I'm wondering if this is a play on that too, because I'm listening to the guitars and stuff, and this almost sounds like the live version of that song that I've heard them play, because there are moments when they get into like a little jam session, and it kind of sounds like this. I'm just wondering, it could be a shout out. It's a UK band. You know, Ren is a historian of music, period. So I would not be surprised if there's like a hint of that in this song, or at least an homage to them somewhere in here, even if it's just the title.
I've heard these say no misery loves company, but
wait a minute, Bad Company. If I'm not mistaken, see, now my brain is firing back on all cylinders. Bad Company, wasn't Ted Nugent? Ted Nugent went on to become like the man, but wasn't Ted Nugent in Bad Company? Like all of them was dope. If I remember correctly, all the musicians, but I think one of the biggest names to come out of that group was Ted Nugent. I got to go back and do my research, but I think Ted Nugent was in Bad Company.
I've heard these say no misery loves company, but I'm too goddamn anti-social.
See that?
They say I'm bad company. Yeah, I'm a threat to my.
See, all that part right there, I'm sorry, I got to rewind it. All that part right there, the little guitar riff, and they say, hey, I'm Bad Company. Like all that sounds like an homage to them. I didn't even think about it when I first started listening to the song, but now it's like really like drawing parallels to me now.
I've heard these say no misery loves company, but I'm too goddamn anti-social. They say I'm bad company. Yeah, I'm a threat to myself. Talking to myself up in the mirror. Could I make it any clearer? At this point they know I'm way past help. I never cared about the doctor's orders. I just play with the hand that I got dealt. So they say I'm bad company. Yeah, I'm a threat to myself.
Hey, I don't give a damn. Listen. Whatever haters had something to say about the newest music that they've been coming out with, to me, the creativity always gets me. You know what I mean? Like everything don't have to be super deep and, you know what I'm saying, emotional. Like, let's just have some fun and just listen to the artistry. The people that are listening to the cadences and the melodies that are happening, the people that are listening to Ren with these crazy riffs going on in a super hype fun song, you know, the melodic, you know what I'm saying, marriage between Ren's voice and Webby's voice, listening to the instrumentation, watching the choreography of the video was amazing. You had a mixture of Broadway, B-boy. You even had, I seen like a little slight homage to Michael Jackson. They had like little elements of Thriller, you know what I'm saying, at the end there of the video. Like all that stuff, the artistry that it takes to think of something like that. You think you're listening to just some crazy weird song that they just sat down and made. It took creativity to even make that. Like, bruh, like, is that my, okay, transparent moment. Is that my favorite song of the collab between them? No, it's not. That's not my favorite song. But I still, as a person who loves and respects the craft of music, who loves and respects the mind and the craft work and the artistry of Ren, and who also has a profound respect for the artistry and the craft of Webby, can listen to that and I can see what all went into it and respect it, even though that ain't my favorite song. I can respect it. I'm not gonna let nobody hate on their ability to do that if that's what they want to do. And like, I'm sorry, I said I wasn't gonna keep this attitude. I've kept this attitude through the whole video. But I enjoyed watching that. I enjoyed the production. This time they didn't show Ren or Webby at all in that whole thing. They allowed that to be fun. You know what I'm saying? And they had the dancing and the the dancing was dope to me in there. I liked the collective. And then now, like I said, as the song went on, I started to hear, and it started to give me the impression that this was also an homage to Bad Company, the UK rock and roll group. Like I said, and especially once you got to the end. When you got to the end and you had the over amplified vocals, they say I'm Bad Company. You had all that stuff going on. And then you had like the guitar riffs that was going on at the end. And then you could hear like the cymbals that were playing in the background at the end. And all of that gives me live rock performance kind of sound. And then you started hearing them guitars as the song was going out. And it's like, there's no way whatsoever to me now that I cannot hear Bad Company in listening to Bad Company. You know what I mean? So I can almost with 99.9% certainty when they came up with this song and put together this music and Ren played those guitar riffs in there that he had the group Bad Company in mind. I'm just saying. Now I got to do my research because if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, like I said, 74, 75, I think it was later because I don't think Ted Nugent was an original member of the group, but I think Ted Nugent became a member of the group later on. And then he went on to superstardom. But I'm almost positive that Ted Nugent was in Bad Company. My memory serves me, but I'll find out. And I'm sure y'all gonna tell me anyway, even if I don't go find out. So yeah, y'all, that was Bad Company. That was Inpatient. That was Ren and Chris Webby. I'm looking forward to Asylum dropping. When it drops, if I don't get it that day, I'm going to get it the next day. Like I said, I'm working on trying to get everything back in order so I can give y'all something to look at other than just my dimly lit face on these videos. I'm trying to get it back together, y'all, but it's coming and it will get there. Thank y'all for riding with me. I love y'all more than you know, and it ain't a damn thing you can do about it. All right, to the next one. Peace out.